Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest on the Wii Virtual Console. Last episode, Marshman and Kaylee cleared out the Elder Tree and finally made their way to Windia. There they learned the people are subjugated to some very harsh winds coming from Mount Gale. So being the hero that he is, Marshman decides to head to the mountain despite the presence of monsters on it, to see what he can do to maybe stop this terrible wind that has been plaguing the people of Windia. So speaking of monsters, all the monsters here, no new monsters other than the boss monster. We've seen all the other monsters in the previous episode. We saw these water hags in the battlefield, another group of enemies, the vampires we also saw in the battlefields last episode, and then the final enemy is the Scolder skeletons. They can use instant death that were back in the Elder Tree. So, us still will show off, get into a fight with each of the enemy groups though. But yeah, there's the Scolders, and when you run into the bats there, that leads into a group with a fight with the vampires. So there's three ways around this area. You can go the south way, which is where I started. Then I just looped around the north way, and here's back at the entrance. And then there's a middle route. I'm going to take the middle route now because that actually has a piece of treasure in it. So if you're only going for treasure, you can just take the middle route. But I just wanted to show off all three routes to let you show that you can choose whatever way you want to go. So the treasure ain't all that important. It's just like most other brown chests. It's like heal potions, cure potions. I actually had to use some heal potions off screen so that I'd have less than 99. Otherwise, it wouldn't let me pick up the treasure chest. So I get that full inventory. So sad thing is that when we have a group like this, they're not all weak to the same thing. The vampires are weak to arrow. The water hags are weak to fire. So we can't just dual attack them with arrow. Also weak to arrow are the Scolders that are coming up. If you do run into a group of them, and even if they're with like a Marshman, a water hag I mean, we want to concentrate on the Scolders. So like this battle right here, I'm going to have Marshman and Kaylee both cast arrow, because we want to get rid of the Scolders as quick as possible, because they have that instant death spell. So we want to just get them out. The water hags are annoying because they can use cure, but they're not going to wipe you out with the fatal spell there. So before we bring Marshman back to life, back to his feet, we'll use that arrow spell to finish off the Scolders there. And then we'll bring Marshman back. And if there's only one enemy, they just dual attack it with Kaylee and Marshman's axes to finish it off. But magic is going to be kind of important in this area. It helps you get through these encounters much quicker than if you just did physical attacks. Alright, luckily the rest of the mountain, even though it started with like 3 different paths that you could have went on, the rest of the mountain is pretty straightforward in terms of just the path that you have to follow. The path does wind around a lot, but it's not like it's going to take a whole bunch of offshoots and get you lost, put you in a bunch of dead ends. It's just a matter of winding around, going up and down, you know, off different ledges, and making your way around those rocks that block your passage. You can't go south there because so you gotta kind of go around. Some more treasure. Not a lot of treasure in this mountain. There is one red treasure chest though up at the top that we want to definitely get. It's the Apollo helm, which is the final helmet in the game. It gives more defense. Unfortunately, it doesn't give any more status protection. Like the moon helmet that we already have, it gives protection from fire. So it would have been nice if it would have gave a new resistance, but we'll just have to make do with the added physical defense. Here we have another one of these log bridges that's under very poor maintenance. And up here is where we're going to find that Apollo helm. I want to grab the Apollo helm before we fight the boss. Every little bit of defense helps, so yeah, it goes 6 more defensive power. So as you saw, there, it only has the extra protection from fire. It has no extra protection other than fire. So now we're just gonna head back to the summit here. Well, there's the boss monster right there. He looks like a ghost, but he's not going to be a ghost. He's going to be another creature, though, from like fairy tales, though. Let's go talk with him and see who he is. Move ourselves up here. So you're the one who's drained the Crystal of Wind's power. Nah, it's Pazuzu, but you'll never meet him. I like how he just casually brushes it off. He's like, nah, it's just the other guy, Pazuzu. Here it is, it's the Headless Horseman, Dullahan. And the interesting thing about the Headless Horseman here is his horse is also headless. So, I'll take out his vampire friends on the sides first. And then Gabe can take care of them with her arrow spell. And then we'll just have Marshman mainly use his meteor spell to damage Dullahan. Dullahan doesn't have any weaknesses, so meteor's the best thing to do. It's the best, the highest attack power. And we still want to augment that power by using the Dragon Claw whenever we cast spells, because the Dragon Claw gives that extra bonus to your intelligence, which determines your spell damage. So, but Dullahan can be like those Scolders. He can cast Doom on you. So it's important that if he does cast Doom on you, that you instantly get your other party member back up. Luckily, Dullahan kind of behaved himself in this fight against me. So he doesn't spam that Doom, so it's pretty simple. Kaylee, if she runs out of arrow, just attack with her axe. She doesn't do much more damage with arrow than she does her axe. So I think she does like 691 with her axe. The arrow does like mid 700s, I believe. I wasn't super duper paying attention. So there's not too much difference. So if you do run out of spells, you know, just have her focus on her axe or become the healer, because Marshman will be the main damage dealer with his meteor spell. Katie's getting a few good whacks in there. And we cause his horse to fall down, and then cause his horse to disappear. Now he's on his last phase here. He still has his eyes in his helmet. You can see the red eyes. How does that work? Like, how do the eyes send information to his body? How to move? Like, I don't know. Magic, I guess. I don't know. So, I don't know. Windia has apparently like machines, so maybe he's like part robot or something. I don't know. And, like Dundalis, the robot in Final Fantasy Legend 2, who was causing wind in Apollo's world, but I don't know. Well, just to save time, I'm going to use the exit spell. We saw all the ways we could walk around that thing, so getting out of here ain't that much of a problem. You just have to backtrack your step. And once we do, we can head back to Windia, and if you notice, the wind has stopped. You can tell because the device underneath the chocobos on the wind vanes, it's no longer moving anymore. So, yeah, the wind has calmed down here, so we'll see some of the people have moved. That one boy who talked about, you know, playing on the roofs, he's now on the roof of the inn, so we can go talk with him. And the woman who said that the wind was making it impossible for her to gather seeds, she is now out and about, wandering around town, and so she'll show you those seeds that you can use to replenish your magic. So, but now we want to talk with Otto here, who asked us to stop the wind because it was preventing him from using this machine. This machine apparently creates a rainbow bridge up to the tower that Otto also apparently built. And we were told that that's where Pazuzu went. We weren't thinking anything about Pazuzu until Dullahan there on the mountain said that Pazuzu was actually the one causing the disturbance with the wind, so it's off to Otto's tower, which has now been renamed Pazuzu's tower because he took it over. Here's the woman who sells seeds. Now she's walking about. She was in that house over there to the right. We'll buy a little bit of seeds. We'll eventually, like I said, max out our seeds, but because I saw magic is getting really, really important. We'll talk with a few more people. See how their dialogue has changed. It's great when the wind calms down like this. Well, you're welcome. And then we head up to the north. Before, in the north, it ended at a cliff. Now we're going to see there's going to be a little rainbow bridge there, and that allows us to cross into Pazuzu's tower. And apparently, Dr. Otto's granddaughter, Norma, is stuck in that tower. So besides hunting down Pazuzu, we're going to have to hunt down Norma and get her back to safety. Luckily, though, she's pretty smart, and when she got stuck in the tower, she didn't decide to wander all about the tower and get lost somewhere. She decided to stick right at the entrance. So, yeah, she's like, I'm not going up there where all those monsters are. I'm just going to hang out right here. Are you Norma? I was so afraid no one would find me, but now I can go home. Your dad's waiting for you. And, her dad? I thought it was a grandfather. Oh, well. That's the second time I messed up grandfathers and dads. I did the same with, Phoebe, and her, I thought it was her father, Spencer, but it's her grandfather, so I'm mixing things up here, but we can go back to Dr. Otto. He just says, hey, you won't stop until the wind crystal, and there is Norma in her bed hanging out there, just recovering, I guess, from her ordeal. And like the doctor said, we have to stop the wind crystal, so we'll just leave, make a quick save here in Pazuzu, outside Pazuzu's tower, and then we're going to head on in. We've got quite a few new enemies here, so I'll show some of them off, and then I'll off-screen this big, large group. So here we have these Garuda enemies, weak to shoot and wind. I don't put their stats up on this battle because I wasn't able to finish that one off on the left there. So I wouldn't be able to really cram in the, if I did put the information on, I'd cram it in there and it would be really tough to read. So I'll just have another battle with these guys and we'll be able to see their stats. Take out them. And then the eye monsters, they are beholder monsters. Luckily they can't turn you into stone like beholders in Dungeons and Dragons. They are weak to bombs, though, which you usually don't have in Dungeons and Dragons unless you're doing like a futuristic campaign. But trying to blind me, but ha! We have protection from blind. And we finish the beholders off. And I'm going to get into an encounter here with these Garudas, see their stats, and then the other enemies there on screen I'll take out off screen because there's just a whole bunch of them in a row. So, yeah, a lot of enemies going to be weak against shoot and wind here, but we don't have any shoot weapons because Phoebe and Tristan, neither of them are with us. But Kate will make do with her axe. These guys keep missing. Surprisingly, we just keep missing. Alright, we finally finished them off, but I guess that allows more time to see all their stats, so let's finish off these 4 enemies. And hey, look, there's Pazuzu. We're gonna fight him right away. I was waiting for you, little beast. Nope, we're not gonna get to fight him. He's gonna use this elevator, and we're gonna start this like basic game of tag, where we're gonna have to be chasing Pazuzu around this tower. And he's just going to, every time we encounter him on a floor, he's just gonna retreat to a different floor, using the elevator. So we're gonna have to do what Dr. Otto said, and basically find switches to cut off the access to the elevator to certain floors, and that'll eventually trap Pazuzu on a floor that we can finally encounter him with. So, in the meantime, what we're gonna have to do is basically take the staircases here to different floors, try to find those switches which are only on even number floors, hit those switches, and then try to trap Pazuzu, which we'll do in our next episode. Take care, see you then. Bye.